Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. Want to go over what I deem to be absolutely awesome Steam game news. Now, it's for a game that I don't think will be absolutely awesome. I'm going to just be real with you guys on that. But this trend will hopefully continue in future games. I don't believe it will because I have no optimism in this world anymore, but we'll talk about it. It pertains to Dragon Age Veilguard, which I do fully expect to be a train wreck of a video game, but what it's doing as far as its Steam release goes, I'm incredibly excited about that. The official Dragon Age Twitter account posted, "We're making great progress towards our fall launch date and can confirm that Dragon Age the Veilguard is going all in on Steam features. We're verified on Steam Deck and will be Steam native, meaning the EA app will not be required to play the game. This is much like the Dead Space remake, where that game didn't require the EA app either, and it was a native Steam release. It wasn't, Dead Space wasn't a changing of the guard, so to speak. Star Wars Jedi Survivor had come out a few months after that and did require the EA app, but this is something I'd like to see more and more games do. Look, if you're gonna drop your games on Steam, Ubisoft, EA, Rockstar, it would be nice if we could just have a native Steam copy. It just boots right into the game and we're good to go. I get it, with a lot of the EA games, microtransactions are in play, and I don't know how it works as far as a game being launched through Steam, but you also have the app installed. Again, a lot of that is way above my pay grade, but with a game like Dragon Age the Veilguard, if it's not microtransaction into Oblivion and beyond, it's fine to have a native Steam release. It would be nice that it would be nice if this was for a game that I had a lot more confidence in. It's impossible to have confidence in BioWare. BioWare, Rocksteady, maybe throw Naughty Dog in there. They are some of the most absolutely washed studios in all of gaming. BioWare in particular is probably the most sad state of affairs because I think Naughty Dog can turn it around pretty easily. Rocksteady's pretty sad as well. Rocksteady, I don't even know, bro. These studios that literally had an integral role in defining my childhood, Batman Arkham, Mass Effect, Naughty Dog with Uncharted, literally those three franchises growing up, and I shouldn't say my childhood, I feel like, I'm in my late 20s at this point. I feel like a lot of you guys think I'm, way younger than that. But my teenage years, those three franchises were as big as any other franchise in all of gaming, and all three of those studios have done F all. They've either released garbage games or they've done nothing in the case of Naughty Dog in the last few years, and you're talking about studios that were putting out banger games every 2 years, or in the case of BioWare, I literally felt like it was every year we were alternating between Mass Effect and Dragon Age titles. It was insane, and I fully believe Veilguard is going to be incredibly average and a game that you shouldn't be spending $70 on. I'm a sucker, so I'm going to be spending my hard-earned money on that. But, for the normal people that don't have YouTube channels and don't, like to blow money on games that are going to be mid, I would say wait and see how Veilguard turns out. If it's reviewed well, if it seems like it's going to be something you'll enjoy, by all means. You look at the promotional aspect of this game as well. What were they thinking as far as that's concerned? That doesn't make me all too confident. The gameplay, I think, looks okay. But, yeah, this isn't gonna bring BioWare back to the glory days. BioWare is what it is. A absolutely washed studio that hopefully can put out a Greedfall level RPG. I think that is what they have been reduced to. And given that at one point BioWare was at the absolute elite, at the absolute upper echelon of game development, no slight on Spiders and Greedfall, but that is where they have fallen to. I almost think that's humorous. A little bit sad as well, for sure. And peaks and valleys, that happens, but for BioWare, that peak was just so insane as far as their games being absolutely outstanding, and consistently being released. And we haven't had a BioWare game since 2019, and we're finally getting one 5.5 years later, and I don't know. I just don't think it's going to be at the level of BioWare of old, but I would love to be proven wrong, and I think they're doing something absolutely fantastic with the game being Steam native. I think that's something more and more games should be looking to do. I think, offers a little bit of goodwill to the consumer right out the gate. Because let's be real, BioWare at one point had a lot of goodwill with the consumer. That goodwill has been eradicated. That goodwill has been thrown out the window and just completely crapped all over. I don't even know what to say to describe the perception of BioWare and how that's eroded over the last decade or so. Because when you drop Mass Effect Andromeda and Anthem back-to-back, along with a long layoff, along with doing garbage, like, hey guys, check out this Mass Effect trailer for N7 Day. Yeah, it's absolutely whack, and that Mass Effect game ain't gonna come out till like 2028, but we gotta announce the game for N7 Day, you guys. N7 Day is a real thing to us. Like, come on now, get the hell out of here with that one. But credit where credit is due. Dragon Age the Veilguard, again, being all in on the Steam features. Also, very interesting that it is Steam Deck verified already. The issue with the deck is always going to be the next-gen only titles. That is where you run into some territory where you don't know if the game is going to run all that well. However, we've had titles like a Ratchet Rift Apart. If you want to throw Last of Us Part 1 on there, that's deck verified as well. You got games like Dead Space Remake getting deck verified, which is just a little bit bewildering because Dead Space Remake does not run very well. Even if you look at a game like Horizon Zero Dawn has a lot of issues on the deck. Runs tremendously well on the ROG Ally. Forbidden West is a cross-gen game, and that game does not run on the deck either. You know, not at a playable way, but you look at how Dead Space runs on the deck. Again, I don't know how Dead Space is verified on the deck. I get it that some people have different experiences and so on, and, you know, there's patches and all these kinds of things, but sometimes I'm just a little bit bewildered by it. But you're also talking to somebody that was as much of a fiend to play Star Wars Jedi Survivor from start to finish on the ROG Ally, as bad of a PC version that is. So who knows as far as what deck verification really means. I feel like there isn't a standard in place on what deck verification really means. However, do keep in mind that if this game had the need to use the EA app, it would not be deck verified. You get deck verification by not having one of those middleman launchers, and I don't know if that's the reason why they decided to forego with the EA app. Maybe with Dead Space Remake as well, foregoing with the EA app, they're like, hey, we can get deck verified, which I do think matters. I do think having that deck verified tag matters a lot as how popular the deck has become, but I just don't, I don't know how much stock to put into that as far as the game being deck verified, just because Dead Space Remake literally fit the same criteria. Didn't have the EA app, was deck verified, and, you know, maybe to some of you guys it was playable. I thought it wasn't very playable whatsoever, but again, that's going to vary from person to person on what they deem to be playable or not. That's going to do it for me. Again, I know I crapped on BioWare a lot, but it's impossible not to based on the last decade we've had with them, but a lot of credit to whoever's involved as far as not needing the EA app for this. Hopefully, this will continue with future EA titles. I have absolutely no hope of that happening, but, you know, a man can dream. A man can dream. That'll do it for me. Let me know all your thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.